Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the UGC tournament. We have our very own Insomnia Gaming facing off against Team Voltage here in week 4 of the UGC tournament. I said that already. And with me, I have Maddie Black. Say hello.
What's going on, guys?
And we're going to get into things right now. Hopefully, Hanamura being our first map here, 2CP, the infamous 2CP game mode. Very frustrating to players in a ranked, and yeah, Hanamura, home of Genji.
I know it's definitely one of the ones. Definitely Genji tears up all kinds of stuff in here. I bet in this match it's going to be corners and things like that. You're going to have to worry about in this one, making sure that everybody gets where they're supposed to be and stays out of the line of fire all over the place.
Yep. All right. Looks like we'll be getting into things shortly. We have both our teams lined up here on the side of Insomnia Gaming. We have Preston, Craney, Cartman, Arakan, Predator, and JJ Leshe, I think is how you say the name. And on the other side, we have Shaden, Damn Hanzo, I like that name, Arcade Glitch, Darth, Hungry Hippo, and Shadow of 415.
I just want to take a moment and appreciate the names that have come across here.
Yep.
Oh man, looks like the match is starting here.
All right. So we'll have Insomnia Gaming on the attack first, and we'll have Voltage trying to hold them back for as long as they can. And yeah, so Hanamura, interesting enough in that it can be frustrating to get through this first choke point to get to point A, but we'll have to see how these teams fare here, and it'll be Voltage to select their composition for defense first. All right, 10 seconds to go.
Going with the Winston there. I'm not sure this will be very interesting to see what President can do with Winston in this particular map.
Can get up to that top left area that most heroes can't get through on the attack. But meanwhile, we look to the defense, who are currently rolling out now. Shadow of 415, looking to be the main tank player here, playing that Arisa. Darth Yoquin, who knows? I'll just call him Darth. Playing the Diva to support Shadow 415. They're the supports. Going to be an interesting Lucio Ana composition, or combo rather. Picked up there by Shaden Zero and a Hungry Hippo. And to round things out, Damn Hanzo on the Mei and Arcade Glitch on the Hanzo.
Looks like they've already got a defense set up with Shadow. Shadow standing up there with his shield ready. Do you think he's going to be able to do anything to hold back the Insomnia team?
I think if the Insomnia team play it smart, Damn Hanzo's not going to have that much of an effect with that Mei wall. The Mei wall usually mostly devastating to these ground-based compositions, but looks like this sort of dive they're going with won't be phased by it at all. All right, here we go. The Pharmacy in the air. Arakan and Cartman picking that one up for Insomnia, and now plinking away with those rockets now. Preston putting down the bubble in the choke and looking for the engagement here, but getting poked down a little bit, frozen up, and almost loses his health, but is going to be kept up there by the supports Cartman and Craney. Farah in there now, the Pharmacy looking to do some work on the back line, and Shadow 415 falls early. So that should be it for the defense as they crumble one by one, and my kill feed is broken for some reason. Hopefully our stream is still okay, but that's already a tick here for Insomnia on their first push, and that'll be 2. They're picking up the kills left, right, and center here, and with a healthy amount of time in the time bank, over 7 minutes, they'll move on to the second point.
My gosh, brother, that was a really quick move of Insomnia Gaming, just working their way on and moving and pushing back the other team and resetting them.
All right, now 6 minutes and 48 seconds here for Insomnia to attack. They're going to go through main and dive straight up onto the top right. President already on the point, but contested by the Brigida here. But the Winston goes up top. The Brigida's not there. And it's a back and forth here. Ults being popped. There's both support ultimates from Insomnia Gaming. And Damn Hanzo is going to fall first on the side of Voltage, and there will be 2 more to follow. Hungry Hippo dies with the nano in the pocket. The barrage now over the point, finds Shadow of 415. Can Voltage or even get back to the point to contest? The Tracer gets there in the nick of time. The Dragon over the point. It's gonna find Herneat, who wasn't expecting it. The Dragon Blade elicited in response. Dame Hanzo, the first one to fall. Brigida and Ana holding on for their dear lives as the Genji hacks and slashes the Diva Bomb over the point to try and clear them off. It'll find Preston and Herneat. So it looks like Voltage, against all odds, are going to be able to hold on here, despite Insomnia almost capping the entire point.
My brother, they just came all the way back. They had their entire team pretty much wiped there at the last second there, and came back and was able to hold that thing. That is impressive play on the side of Voltage.
Indeed. And now no ultimates really coming up on either side. Damhans is going to switch back to the McCree. And on the side of Insomnia for the attack, JJ Leash has the self-destruct, but that's about it. It looks like they're going to have to do a few dry pushes to get some ultimates out of the side of Voltage.
Looks like they're all going up on the top right portion again. Everybody's coming up the stairs. See if they can do some damage or push back there.
All right, we have a pause here. Not quite sure why. It looks like we had a disconnect here from Voltage. From Insomnia, rather unfortunate. Arakan going to be the one to leave there. And we're going to be sitting here for a little bit. And why don't we talk about what perhaps Insomnia could do here on this push to win things out right here.
Oh man, Insomnia is just going to have to push that particular point hard. It looks like all teams are going right there. It's really just going to be brute force. It's going to be who can place the most kills and the most shots in the right spots.
Yeah, indeed. And maybe if they can force them out into the open, the Diva Bomb might be the crucial factor there. Not sure if you guys are hearing it over on the stream, but in the meantime, we do have a very annoying Moyer spray sound, or I at least have it in my left ear. It's rather irritating.
It's definitely there. It's definitely there.
Yeah, irritating enough, but if we look over to the side of Voltage, it doesn't look like they have many ults to work with either, having to pop the ball.
I was just checking that out, man. It looks like it's pretty even between the, a pretty even spread between the ults, even with Team Insomnia having the slight edge with a few higher ones than the ones they have over there.
Yep. All right, we're still waiting on Arakan to reconnect here on the side of Insomnia, but in the meantime, let's take a look at Insomnia's sponsors for today. We do have Terabyte Optics gaming glasses for gamers. Use code Insomnia for 5% off at checkout. We are also sponsored by Acquire Clothing, extreme sports and esports clothings. Insomnia jerseys on sale now. Use code Insomnia with a capital I for 5% off. We're also partnered with Humble Bundle, games at a discount with profits going to charity. And it's Insomnia Gaming, our little lovely community here, where we've gotten our casters together to cast this spectacular match. 5 minutes left on the clock here for Insomnia to attack. Of course, it's not changing because we're paused, but yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is where color casting really comes in, doesn't it, there, Cactus Puppy?
Indeed.
Whenever we're waiting for a pause to come on and we have things to talk about and everybody to talk with.
All right, it looks like we're agreeing to... Oh, Arakan is back for Insomnia, so looks like we'll be unpausing any second here. There'll be a 5-second countdown before we get back into the thick of things, and there it is, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go, countdown stopped, and we're back to the way things are. No more annoying constant Moira spray sound. Instead, we have the sounds of war. Arakan coming back on the soldier. I do not think Arakan was on that pick before. I think Arakan was on the Pharah to begin with.
You know, I'm not sure. I didn't check it out. I know that he has reset completely.
All right, either way, Preston and Jaylesh gonna move on up there. The rally popped in response. Preston going to the point. Somebody has to drop. Somebody needs to touch. They don't get to the point in time. That's a C9 lull in the chat, please. Organic, grass-fed, textbook C9. And that'll be 2 points picked up at lightning quick speed.
That was very beautiful. That was just like, it was almost a thing of misdirection. Everybody was worried about the thing that we were worried about on the top right, and then Winston was able to go down there with precedent, taking the helm and taking that position before they knew what happened.
It was a sneaky play indeed, and with only one tick left to cap for Insomnia as Precedent walked onto the point. Didn't seem like Voltage had the presence of mind to realize that Precedent was capping up that last 33%, and it can be gone in a blink if you're not careful. And that's exactly what happened.
It looks like it's counting down for the next game, I believe. Is that correct?
We are going to the second round of the first map. Insomnia putting up a high bar for Voltage to clear, but they could be able to do it. Insomnia now on the defense. We're looking at a Ryan coming out of JJ Leash. Preston on the Zarya, interestingly enough, as JJ Leash was the off tank in the last round. We do have Arakan on the Mei, Predator on the Junkrat, so that'll be your DPS combo for now, and Krenit and Cartman picking up the Ana and Mercy, respectively. All right, now we do see that Insomnia is getting set up here. The trap in a rather conservative position, just around the side of the post. But in the meantime, let's take a look at our attacking squad. It's an interesting one. I'm not sure if they're going to stick with the Symmetra.
I'm not sure. Symmetra has been doing well in different games that have been going recently. She has started to become kind of a staple in attacks.
All right, they are running with it. It looks like they'll be running a Brigitte Lucio, much to my surprise, as they will be lacking the heals, but hopefully they'll be able to overwhelm them with speed. But the Junkrat just seeming to perfectly counter them. The teleporter set up, going directly to point. They're on the point already. They flip things around. It'll be up to Insomnia now to go on the attack, stop them from capping the point as it's being swept out from underneath their feet. One tick already, and that'll be a Shadow of 415 going down. But 2 ticks capped up already on the point. Insomnia needs to put a foothold on this point, try and get on there, try and stop them from capping. 90% is about as far as they're going to get. But Krenit and Predator being down already on the side of Insomnia. Can Insomnia hold on to this? As it'll be the Mei to try and get Arcade off the point. Somebody fell off the map there. I think it was Preston. The Doomfist trying to do the work here for Team Voltage to try and secure the point. The Mercy falls, and with that, it looks like Voltage are going to put up a similar time to Insomnia in capping the point. They're moving on to the second point already.
Wow, that was absolutely ridiculous. That entire switch and making them almost changing positions of teams and trying to come up with a new strategy on the spot. That was very crazy.
All right, now we do see Voltage teleporting over the left side. Is Insomnia ready for it? It looks like they're going to be set up high ground. Are they ready to go to the point and contest? And it looks like they are ready. They drop down. The Mei wall splits off the team. There's Hungry Hippo behind them. The Deadeye from the top rope gets Cartman. He had the Valkyrie. That's a crucial pick. The Mei elicited in response, but Arakan goes down before capitalizing on it. JJ Leash dies with the Earth Shatter in response. So much is happening here. Precedent, the alone man on the point, battered, smacked away by Shadow 415 with the hammer, but not a single tick taken yet. The Earth Shatter is from both Reinhardts, but JJ Leash ends up the one on top. Single tick taken, but it looks like that's all that's going to be all she wrote. The Symmetra from in Darth tries to throw down the wall to salvage the fight, but in the end, it's not going to matter. We're going to imagine that we see Darth switch up here.
What do you think they're gonna? I think that they might be coming up with some different things coming into the second round, but I don't see any big switches. Well, no, they did do a switch from Symmetra and coming back with a couple of different characters.
Yeah, we do have Darth on the Zarya, and most of the team is still staying the same as they're coming close to those ultimates. Damn Hanzo close to another Deadeye already. Used the Deadeye to open up the fight last time and secure them a single tick. The last one. Insomnia now. Preston falls down. Not quite sure what happened there. Krenit's going to boop everyone off. And they're now going to be, or rather Voltage now is going to have to figure out what to do, how to get onto the point. It looks like they've done so already. The grab into the back line, the sound barrier elicited in response. The Riptire is going to find Arcade Glitch, who had that oh so crucial Meteor Strike. But in the meantime, Voltage are on the point, trying to cap it up here. They've got another tick, 85%. Oh, they just need a little bit more, 50% left. And Cartman and JJ Leash falling on the point. It's only Krenit and Arakan left here against a high-energy Zarya and Darth. Damn Hanzo is back, and so is the Lucio on the side of Voltage. The Insomnia is holding on by just a thread, 97.7%. A little bit more will do it here for Voltage. And as Insomnia Gaming come trickling back onto the point, will it be enough? The Earth Shatter into the middle of the point to try and pick things up, but there's the high noon from Damn Hanzo on the top ropes to try and clean up everyone on the point. Predator knocked up, knocked away in the ice block, but not on the point, and that'll be a lightning round for Voltage as well. It could go either way.
My gosh, man, it's crazy how that last point just seemed to be who could run there the fastest. I mean, it was each time during that particular matchup there, both teams got pushed back to the last point and then seemed like they were going to come back and be able to hold it, but it just got completely steamrolled by the other team.
Yep. Well, it does happen like that. It looks like we're in for the long run as both teams now starting with more time to attack than they did last time. So it'll be up to the teams here to try and put up a more stalwart defense to try and whittle more time off the clock, or if possible, even stop them from capping any of the points. So it'll be Voltage now on the attack because they took longer to do so, just a little bit though. Only 13 less seconds than Insomnia.
See, it looks like for the like our Insomnia team, we got all kind of looks like almost the same kind of matchup that they've been rolling with. Not too much difference in the character change other than an Ana coming out that I don't believe that I saw.
Well, they were running the Ana last round, but so this is the same composition sort of as they ran last time, but they'll have to be wary for the Sim Teleporter, but it doesn't look like Voltage are going to strat again, even though it worked out so well for them last time. Instead, they're going to be going with the Pharah and the McCree for their DPS in Arcade Glitch and Damn Hanzo. And here comes the Pharah now, supported by the Mercy. Does Insomnia have anyone to counter it? Doesn't look like they're mostly a ground-based composition. And you'll see now the response from Insomnia as they hide around the corners, trying to avoid this Pharah damage. This Pharah can be a very deadly one as Predator eats a damage-boosted rocket to the face. Probably took some chip damage beforehand, but the Mei Wall might be crucial, splitting off the team. Actually, it doesn't do so. Arakan unable to split team effectively, and Arakan and Predator are down already. Jay Leash falls as well, and it looks like Insomnia are going to die one by one. Only Craney left to try and stall the point, but this will be a very quick cap at the very first push of Voltage's second attack round.
Man, it's almost like they just ran through paper, man. There was nothing there really holding that team back. They may have put a lot into it, but it didn't really hold together.
And now you'll see the response from Insomnia. No longer will you see the Mei and Junkrat. Instead, we've got two hit scans, Predator and Arakan, to try and shut down this Pharah coming into this next push. They know Arcade has this rod coming up. They know that they need to shut it down. All right, now 3 minutes and 20 seconds here for Voltage to get in there, but it'll be Damn Hanzo falling with the Deadeye early, flashed up and knocked away. Big Earth Shatter denies the res. Barrage over the top now. The hit scan's pretty much useless, but Predator finds the Pharah in the meantime. But Shadow 415 and Shaden on the point. Antied up, but that's going to be about it. One tick claimed already. Insomnia needs to get back to the point. That's two ticks. Can JJ Leash get back there in time? Pooped up, knocked away. Damn Hanzo shot through the head while casting that Deadeye. That's huge. Insomnia can come back now, reclaim the point for themselves. And it's going to be Hungry Hippo taken out as he tries to retreat, and Insomnia holds strong after giving up two ticks.
Now they really need not to let what happened last time happen again. They need to hold this point. They need to make sure that they don't let any of these enemies on it.
Indeed, and it looks like they have the compositions and ults to do so. We look to the top right here, Krani and Cartman both with their support ultimates coming online. JJ Leash with the Earth Shatter to try and crowd control, and Arakan not far from his own Deadeye, the Deadeye being the crucial factor from Damn Hanzo. Insomnia cannot let them cap up this point. It'll be Predator versus Arcade Glitch on the point. The Earth Shatter stunned out of JJ Leash. He was trying to cast it, but stunned up by Damn Hanzo. The ult vanishes into thin air now. And now, Voltage in control of the top ropes. Damn Hanzo has the shooting range to work with. The enemies arrayed below him. Predator needs to get up there and contest them, but it's going to be rather difficult. All the tanks sitting up there, but they can't sit up there forever as they need to go to the point. JJ Leash standing firm on it right now. Looks like they're waiting for Damn Hanzo to farm up that Deadeye, which he's got now. It looks like he might try and cast it and give his team the room to work with. Shadow 415 Darth falling to the point. The Nano employed from the side of Insomnia. And there is the high noon from Arakan. He's going to be quicker on the draw than Damn Hanzo. But if you are Voltage, you're going to have to back up now. 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock.
That was a beautiful set. I cannot believe that the other guy got that dead eye off before he was, man. I really thought that he was about to grab it and get it done.
All right, now, but it's looking scary for Insomnia here. We look to the left-hand side. Shaden with the down barrier. Damn Hanzo with that Deadeye he did not use in the last fight. Arcade with the Pulse Bomb. That's rather disposable. But Darth and Shadow coming up on the grab and Earth Shadow respectively. They're about to have all 6 ultimates in the bank. And that's going to be a deadly punch once it's fired out of the gun here. And Insomnia are going to have to be careful. They know they've got a lot of ultimates. They haven't seen anything. Earth Shatter used to no effect. And it'll be the counter Earth Shatter to try and punish the tanks here. Somebody's on the point here for Voltage, and they're going to get onto it. The Coalescence employed, but it looks like Insomnia are holding admirably in the heat now, not giving up anything. Shadow 415 drops to the point. Graviton into the midst of things. Going to grab the Tracer and the D.Va Mech, but the D.Va Mech going to survive for right now. And now there's the Deadeye, the almost crucial factor that might be what the Voltage team needs to cap up the point. But with 10 seconds remaining, that's going to be it. It looks like Voltage haven't managed to use their ultimates effectively. And despite coming in, using 5 ultimates and trying to cap up the point, looks like this is where the ticker stops for Team Voltage on their attack. 84.2% on the clock, on the scoreboard, and that'll be it. All Insomnia have to do now is cap up to where Voltage left the bar.
3, 2, switching.
Man, and God, right there, I cannot believe they didn't use all their ults right there. I was pretty sure that was about to be just a knockdown drag out of the Insomnia gaming team. But it looks like Voltage just couldn't connect those together or get them working in a proper manner to get them all used.
And credit where credit is due. Insomnia, upon realizing that the ultimate push was here, the apocalypse was coming, they just backed up, let them use the ultimates, let them get the space that they wanted, but it wasn't on the point. So, in fact, Voltage using those ultimates for almost nothing.
That's very beautiful of them. That's very good. That's very good situational awareness.
Indeed. Now we'll have to see what Insomnia can do on their attack. It's up to Voltage to stop them from capping the first point and almost all of the second point. It's very doable here for the Team Voltage.
We still got a game, guys. We still got things that are going on. This could go either way right now.
Indeed, indeed. 4 minutes, 37 seconds left on the clock. That is where Insomnia stopped the timer by capping both points last round. But now we will see what they can do with 4 minutes, 37 seconds on the side of Voltage. For the defense, we do have the Ryan Zarya, Hanzo McCree, Brigida on a rather standard composition you might see in one of your own ranked games. And now it'll be the Pharah to come in from the side of Insomnia Gaming. The Pharmacy, President on the Dive, Winston, and JJ Leash on the D.Va as well. This composition from Voltage looks like it's going to be rather resistant to being dope. Preston goes in there anyways, and he's falling rather low. The point being capped up now. Shadow of 415 going to charge in to try and stop that. Brigida going to help secure the point for them. President falls, but so does Damn Hanzo. Darth fall not long behind. But JJ Leash, somebody needs to heal him up. He's low on health. But the Brigida going down to the Pharah means that it's going to be... it looks like the scale is tipping in favor of Insomnia, despite the early... my earlier supposition that the composition that Voltage were running for the defense was going to be able to hold them off. Looks like Insomnia has the advantage now. The Shadow 415 going to get there right in time to deny the point, but that is going to be the Dragon from Arcade Glitch, denied by JJ Leash, and they're not going to have that tool now to stop the steamroll from the side of Insomnia Gaming. And you've got the Far Barrage Mercy Valkyrie coming up, and it looks like they're just going to go right into it.
Yeah, brother, same thing's been happening in all the games. They've just been rolling to that point, knocking it out.
All right, now Voltage forced back into the corner, and that'll be the Valkyrie pop prematurely to give Insomnia the advantage here. The point almost gotten to one tick. The barrage in the background is not going to find anybody. Never mind, it finds Darth. The Dragon Blade is in the back, finds Damn Hanzo, finds Hungry Hippo, finds multiple members. There goes Arcade Glitch, and it's only Shadow 415 and Shaden against the Warp. Only Shaden left on the point. He's going to fall. Can Voltage get back here in time? There's 2 ticks. It's almost done. It's done. Insomnia, with a lightning quick second attack round, are going to claim map number 1 in Hanamura and get a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series.
The absolute fastest that has happened so far tonight in that second point. They just went in there and dragged them across the floor. I bet those guys are thinking about a different game plan they might need to come up with.
Indeed, and on the side of Voltage, it was admirable what they were doing, but it just seemed like they couldn't deal with the ebb and flow of Insomnia being aggressive when they needed to be and backing up when they didn't have the advantage, letting Voltage sort of use up their advantage to no avail. But that's going to be it. Insomnia Gaming going up 1-0 in this series. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with game number 2. And welcome back to the UGC tournament week 4. We have on our hands Insomnia Gaming versus Voltage. Insomnia Gaming up 1-0 in the series. We're going to Numbani, which is a hybrid map. Hybrid, the payload, or a combination of capture point and payload. The attackers will need to cap up the payload before moving it through 2 checkpoints to the end. And of course, as always, I have Maddie Black here as my co-caster. Say hello.
Hello.
And looks like we're going to be ready to roll here. Well, actually, we're just waiting for the teams to get their stuff together.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out where the keyboard is. Someone hid the mouse underneath the other mouse. I got to move that mouse to get to the other one.
Someone uninstalled Windows. It happens.
Yeah, man. Got to get the USB.
All right. Well, actually, we won't be getting into things right away, but as I was saying, Numbani is going to be our next map. Plenty of high ground to work with on this map for these teams. All right, here we have Voltage ready. You won't be able to see it on the stream, but Voltage is ready. We're just waiting on Insomnia here to get their stuff together. Come on, Insomnia, I believe. You can do that.
I got all the faith in Insomnia that by the time they're ready, they're going to be extra ready.
All right, and well, we can talk about these. Can we talk about these player icons? Insomnia being all patchy Mars.
I was wondering what those were called. Those are Patchy Mars, you say?
Yep, and finally
I
we've
thought-
gotten some patchy Mari merch from Blizzard after the enormous outcry from the fan base.
To be 100%, I thought they were just cute onions.
I have no idea what they are, but apparently they're onion squid hybrids. If you're in chat, you can correct us. Unfortunately, we
Onion-
can't read it.
Onion
3-minute
squid
delay and
hybrid.
all. So 3 minutes later, we'll know whether or not it's actually known.
Yeah, well, not 3 minutes later, we'll know what you're talking about.
And some good news here from Insomnia, who are hosting this lobby. We do have the kill feed back, so it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to tell what's going on. We were a little confused, and we have our bird's eye view. So hopefully that will make everyone's lives a lot easier. Apparently someone from Insomnia is AFK. Get back to your keyboard, plug it in, please.
Now, last round they had Team Voltage had a problem. They had to substitute a player, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They had to substitute a player at the start of this match, and they'll still be here. But it looks like Voltage are still going to be able to fight back, as we saw from last round, which went to 4 whole rounds. And that's not something you normally see when you're talking about 2 CP.
No, brother, I give up on a burrito after about 4 or 5 bites, man. And they went all the way.
Yep, stuffing that burrito down the gullet. Don't look too far into that analogy. Anyways, we have 20 seconds left on the clock. I don't know what you're talking about. That's perfectly fine analogy. Family-friendly stream right here. But anyways, it'll be Voltage on the attack first and Insomnia to try and hold them back. And we'll have to see what Insomnia come up with for this defense. Preston on the oh-so-famous Winston. Prinny on the classic Ana, Cartman on the Mercy, Arakan on the Soldier. We're not sure what Predator's running yet, but JG Leash, oh, there goes Predator, onto the Genji, JG Leash on the Diva, and these have been rather comfortable hero choices for Insomnia to be running.
What are you thinking? Everyone does. Takes a woman to know it.
All right, 35 seconds left before the team of Insomnia will have to withstand the brunt of Voltage's attack. Looks like Damn Hanzo's considering that Sombra. Arcade glitch on the Doomfist. Darth toying with the Diva. Shadow, ooh, the Wrecking Ball. Something we haven't seen much recently in pro play or in any sort of organized play, but it'll be interesting to see what they're coming up with, what they're cooking up with this Wrecking Ball. And as the name implies, Wrecking Ball can be an unstoppable force if not dealt with and shut down properly. I'm not sure if Insomnia are going to be ready for it, but ready or not, here come Voltage on the attack on Numbani. They need to win this map in order to try and stay alive in this best of 3 series. They are down 1 map, and it's do or die for Team Voltage here. All right, now the Hanzo's been, or Damn Hanzo not yet revealed on the flank, but JJ Leash seems to suspect something might be happening. It looks like Team Voltage are going to be rotating around the side here, going around the back, going up top. The Wrecking Ball tries to go in. There's the initiation from the Doomfist, knocking everyone to the low ground, but the Doomfist is going to get zapped up by Preston. Rankin kills Shadow 415. Not sure how that happened, but with 2 members down, it looks like Team Voltage are going to have to back up now, although they're still in this fight, getting chased down, getting mopped up, slowly tactically retreating, and getting zapped to death by the little Winston Tesla cannon.
Yeah, brother, they were already having a reset. That was a good push by our team.
It was a good push by Insomnia to hold off the defense. Damn Hanzo sort of just sitting here on the flank, wondering what to do. It looks like I'm not sure what Damn Hanzo's doing on the Sombra. Maybe trying to pressure the point, but with Insomnia sort of arrayed up around him, maybe rather interesting to see it. It looks like Damn Hanzo might have found his target, looking for the hack onto the Diva. Oh, there we go, the hack onto the Diva, but Damn Hanzo's revealed himself now. JG Leash, though, without the abilities, is going to lose the mech. That was a perfect initiation. And there's the EMP as well. Who's it catch? Not many. Predator is still double jumping around, but Preston is going to fall, and that's the tanking presence down for Team Insomnia. But JJ Leash going to get the mech back in time, going to contest the point, and the Wrecking Ball low pops the shield just in time. The tac from up top finds 2. and the Diva Bomb is going to zone everyone off the top ropes. Racket's found 3. He's turned it around for Insomnia on this defense, and with 2 minutes left, it's going to be up to Voltage to try and reset and get as many more pushes as they can in here.
Man, yet again, Insomnia looks like they pushed off Team Voltage on this point.
Yeah, just with ease, one might say. All they really committed there was the Nano Boost and the Visor. Actually, they might have also committed the Valkyrie and the Diva Bomb, but that's no matter as we have the Dragon Blade for Predator online. Preston with the Primal Rage stall things out. We look now to Voltage, who have their EMP. They got 12% to an EMP. They're going to get it this fight. Arcade Glitch with the... with the Meteor Strike, and JJ Leash gonna have to be careful not to get demeched. No hack required. He's gonna get demeched anyways. And now Arcade gets JJ Leash as he tries to run away. The Meteor Strike finds nothing, gets slept up, and deleted by Arakin, but Hungry Hippo's found President in the meantime. Predator, though, putting in the work, trying to hold a point here, and the minefield employed by Voltage, but to no effect. Predator's still on the point, holding strong, not a tick taken. Diva Bomb into the back, just to remech, I think, as no one is caught by it. And meanwhile, the minefield getting cleaned up on the point. Darth trying to get out with the Diva mech, trying to stay alive, because if Darth gets demeched here, it could be a nasty amount of stagger. But Darth is going to get demeched despite his best efforts. Arakin able to pick up that one. The EMP finds Arakin. But Arakin's going to hold with the support from Cartman and the Transcendence now by Hungry Hippo to try and sustain the people on point. But 2 people already down for Voltage. It's not going to be enough to keep them alive. And despite Arcade Glitch finding Preston, there's the attack fires from up top. And 3 more fall from Voltage. And that'll be an easy repel from Team Insomnia. 10 seconds left as you hear from the announcer. Can anyone get back to the point? It's up to Darth. He has to touch the point. 2 seconds. 1 second. D-Mech unable to touch. Actually, Shaden Zero gets there for Team Voltage, but no one else in sight. The Diva Bomb to keep everyone off, and that's a full hold on Numbani. No longer a winnable map for Voltage, but they can draw and try and force a map 3.
That was a very strong stand there, man. It's the entire time the other team just kept trying to come back and popping different things, and you would think that they would be able to grab something. You think Voltage would have been able to grab something to bring it back to Insomnia, but they just weren't able to get anything to catch or get anything to catch traction at that time.
Yeah, despite every time they got 1 or 2 picks, Insomnia had already gotten 4 or 5, and their team was just taken apart before they could really close the distance onto the defense. Their team relying, or rather Voltage relying on the pick potential of that composition to cap up the point, but now it'll be up to them to hold strong, try and force a map 3, and maybe even a tiebreaker.
I'll tell you something that was really crazy for me was watching Shadow 415 playing Hammond. That was I mean, no matter what happened in that particular fight, it's very impressive to watch that type of gameplay with him.
Yeah, indeed. Wrecking Ball, one of the newer heroes, or I think even the newest hero, boasting what some would call a lot of skilled movement skills. And I mean, the skills part is implied, of course.
Yeah,
but anyways,
you gotta have that.
But it can be hard to get that value out of the Wrecking Ball, and sometimes it might just be easier to go with somebody else to try and grab that value that you might get. Anyways, we see Arcade Glitch setting up a cheeky little trap right next to the bus. We'll have to see if the attackers fall for it.
Oh man, it's always the cheeky traps are the ones that always get you, you know? It's always the one that make it. Did I really just get caught by this?
It's in plain view, but we'll have to see if they spot it out. All right, now we have the Pharah on the attack. It doesn't look like anyone's noticed the trap. Oh, there we go. Predator's noticed.
Yeah, I was
so now Insomnia now coming out with that Pharah Genji as their DPS composition. The Pharah backed up by the Mercy Krini on the oh-so-popular Ana. And JJ Leash and Preston going in with the Diva and Winston. And as I'm just setting this up, we see Arakin take out Hungry Hippo in the back. Not quite sure how that happened, but now the main support is down for Team Voltage. And you have to imagine Insomnia are going to start taking advantage of this. The Winston bubble on the point to try and protect the Brigida, but gets slept up. And in the meantime, Insomnia moving as a mass, as an amoeba, are just going to find Voltage with their pants down, unable to really keep together, keep it keep Insomnia at bay, and there goes Darth, the last remaining person on point. Hungry Hippo barely gets on to contest, but damn, Hanzo's not there in time. Insomnia, with a rather lightning quick push, will claim Numbani and will take the 2-0 victory in this best of 3 series.
Man, just go ahead and wrap it up. Put it together, man. That's it. It's done. Y'all go home. Tuck in the kids.
Yep, indeed. And here we see Predator, one of the crucial DPS picks here from Team Insomnia, just putting in the work on the defense, picking apart the composition as it came at him. Well done by Insomnia Gaming. GG, well played to Team Voltage. Best of luck to both teams in this tournament. And do you have any closing thoughts here for us, Maddie?
None here, sir. None here. Just great games on both sides.
All right, and we would like to remind you as we close here that Insomnia Gaming is brought to you in part by Terabyte Optics gaming glasses for gamers. Use code Insomnia for 5% off. We are also brought to you in part by Acquire Clothing, extreme sports and esports clothing, such as jerseys, and we have our very own Insomnia jerseys you can buy yourself. In fact, I have one hanging in my very own closet. It looks wonderful. Use code Insomnia for 5% off. And last but not least, Humble Bundle, games at a discount with profits going to Cherry and Insomnia. In fact, Overwatch itself was just on sale on Humble Bundle for only $12. Unfortunately, that opportunity is gone, but plenty more games for you to pick up yourself. And if you do buy, you do support communities like us and charities. That's been it for me from I'm Cactus Puppy. And with me, I've had Maddie Black.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you all next time on the Insomnia Gaming channel. Thanks for tuning in. And welcome back, actually. We have another game of Overwatch for you. Hopefully you stuck around. April Fools and all of that, except it's not April. April's quite a bit away, but now we have both teams, despite Insomnia claiming the victory, both teams getting a little more practice in. They're going to be going to Route 66, game number 3. And here we go. Route 66, a payload-only map. And this is just for practice for both teams, but we'd like to see some good Overwatch regardless, and good Overwatch is what I hope we'll be getting here.
Of course, we love watching anything between two very skilled teams do anything. I mean, I definitely could use pointers.
And some pointers. Excuse me. So some pointers I think I would give to Voltage, who were sort of steamrolled, is perhaps their adaptability needs some change. They didn't really seem to adapt to the kind of defense that Insomnia was putting up. Maybe they would have liked to be more flexible on their team compositions. Maybe that's something they need to work on. But now it'll be Insomnia on the attack first. It'll be Voltage on the left side and the blue team going on the defense first. So now it'll be up to Insomnia to set the bar that Voltage have to clear. And it could go to multiple rounds.
Oh, we can only hope so, sir. I would love to watch as much as we can of these guys.
All right, we have an interesting composition coming out from the side of from the side of Voltage. We have the Orisa Hog, we have the Hungry Hippo on the Ana, and Hungry Hippo's going to be solo healing. Damn Hanzo going to with that biotic field is going to be the only other source of healing that they really have. Jinx able to self-heal with that Mei. Shin Zero able to self-heal on the Hog, but usually you want to see 2 supports, but we'll have to see how they make that work. Interesting composition from the side of Voltage, and on the other side we have Insomnia, who might be going with a little bit of El Presidente, putting the Bastion on the cart and trying to break through.
3, 2, 1. Attackers
All right, here we go, and it will be the El Presidente, Rakin on the Bastion, and to support him, JJ Leash on the Reinhardt. We'll have to see if Team Voltage are ready for this bit of cheese strategy, if you will. Preston on the Orisa, and here they go, rolling out. Do Voltage know? Well, they're gonna know now as the Bastion rounds the corner and begins to fire. The May gets the Bastion, or doesn't quite get the Bastion off the car, but gets the turret in the meantime, and Damn Hanzo takes out the turret on the cart, but that's easily rebuilt, and now they're riding the cart to victory. The Maywall tries to lift the Bastion up in the air, but it won't be successful in doing so, and Arakan will shred Damn Hanzo to pieces. It looks like Insomnia are making it work, riding the cart to victory, and it looks like Voltage don't really know what to do. They have to get down there and contest the cart, but with the Bastion just sitting on it, putting out so much damage, it's going to be difficult. Shadow gonna try and get onto the cart, contest from up top, but blasted in the face by Rakan, who will also take out Shaden Zero, and that's the first point captured with the cart barely stopping at all.
Dude, that is very crazy. They rode it just like an armored vehicle driving into a war zone and just kept those shields up and kept the other team from even thinking about getting near it.
Indeed, that's why some might call this the pirate ship, as it sails through your ranked games and steals your SR. Armored vehicles, definitely an apt description. Damn Hanzo takes a chunk of damage, not sure from where, gonna get healed up. Ooh, the Orisa pull almost pulls the Bastion off the cart, but Arakan in the meantime finds Damn Hanzo again. This is looking like a bit of deja vu, exactly what happened to Team Voltage on the last push. Except now they're onto a whole new checkpoint. There's the tank mode configuration from the Bastion. He's blasting away. And there's the Molten Core as well. They're just pressing all the Qs, having the time of their lives. Arakan blast Shadow of 415 into the next Stone Age. Heartman finds Jinx as he was casting the ultimate. Nano Mercy gets slept up by Hungry Hippo, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter. Arakan finds Darth, and ooh, looks like actually Insomnia. What will stop them is one of their people dropping out. It's JJ Leash falling to the whims of the internet gods, and now you can just hear Damn Hanzo firing away in the background.
Yeah, this is always my favorite part, whenever you get like the random noise that gets stuck every time they pause. And we're coming back.
All right, here we go. Unpaused. Not much loss, but now JJ Leash has to come back. Vanished from the map, as it were. But here we go. 2 points capped up with the cart barely stopping at all. Voltage need to put something together, and they have indeed. There's their Bastion. And there is Shadow 415 on the Orisa to try and counter. Damn Hanzo as well going to be on the Junkrat to try and break these shields open. Try to get the Bastion at the center of this little shield eggshell. And here we go. All right, cart still rolling. And Voltage setting up for what might be their last engagement if they can't pull this together. Bastion seems to have so far been tearing them apart. Jinx unable to be shielded up properly, taken out by Preston, and the crossfire from Arakan. Car continues to move. The Diva Mom into the back might be good, but there's Reinhardt there to block it. Damn Hanzo flanking around the side, but the supercharger is down, and Shadow 415 finds Arakan actually. Voltage have turned this around despite the investment of ultimates. Grenad's gonna res up Arakan, but the comp might have fallen apart already. Damn Hanzo finds Predator in the backline. Shaden Zero is gonna find Preston. And finally, the pirate ship has been stopped. Finally, Voltage can take a breath and say, okay, what now?
Brother, I didn't know that pirate ship was ever gonna be stopped. I thought they had an airtight plan going on there. It just seemed like that Diva Bomb really just separated everybody and made them easy targets.
Indeed, that's exactly what happened. It sort of pushed them off the cart, split their team composition apart, and, well, I'm sure there's some Art of War quote that says that once you've split your enemies, it's pretty easy to kill them.
Divide and conquer?
Divide and conquer. That is the word I was looking for. Sometimes thinking is hard, but definitely Insomnia are going to need to think of a new strategy here. And it looks like they move Arakan over to the Reaper, but Damn Hanzo with that rip tire is going to find Preston. Preston gets rezzed up, but now you don't have that to use on somebody else who might fall. Harp and Jinx is going to take out Kernie, and Insomnia are probably going to have to reset here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a good move from here with those guys.
Although JJ Leash finds Jinx, and Arakan flanking around the side finds Hungry Hippo. The Molten Core turret coming around on this little cart, or this merry-go-round of death, if you will. Damn Hanzo's not ready for it. turret up on the high ground takes out Damn Hanzo, and Insomnia are going to keep pushing forward, and despite the brief respite that Voltage had, they're getting dangerous, or Insomnia are getting dangerously close. The Nano whole hog onto the point to try and move them off, but Insomnia's getting all the kills in the kill feed. The left side of the kill feed's looking mighty red. Jinx finds Predator, but that's about all he's gonna find before he's blasted away by the whole hog. Arakan cleaning up shop on the point. JJ Leash nabs Shadow 415 on the Desperation stall. Wrecking Ball, and the Diva Bomb is gonna find JJ Leash in the end, but the Arakan's gonna breakdance over the point, no touching the point. Get off my cart, get off my lawn, get off my map. Insomnia are going to cap up all 3 points.
0-3.
That was I was unsure that they were going to do it with that particular matchup that they had, but Arakan seems like no matter what he plays is a power player at the DPS mark.
Indeed, and if we had an MVP voting system, I would definitely vote for Arakan, the star DPS gear for Insomnia. Cartman, despite playing a lot of Mercy, claims in chat that Torb is their main. But anyways, Torbjorn aside, we are now going to see Voltage try and go on their own attack run. Maybe they'll borrow strategy. Maybe they'll try the Bastion. We'll have to see.
That's a very awesome strategy, riding the pirate ship, as you call it, all the way to victory, one side to the other. If you get it just right and it seems like you don't get split up, you can pretty much just steamroll your way across.
All right, now Insomnia on the defense here, and they've got an interesting composition. The Symmetra and Torbjorn, once known as throw picks, are going to be coming out here on the side of Insomnia. In the meantime, we do see Kranit on the Ana Cartman playing the Torbjorn, as we mentioned earlier. Oh, Kranit's going to switch over to the Mercy. But Arakan still hasn't picked Predator on the Pharah and JJ Leash on the Orisa. Meanwhile, we look over to the side of Voltage and, well, let's see what they're running. We got Shane Zero on the Brigida and Damn Hanzo on the McCree. Damn Hanzo has been tearing it up on McCree. His team hasn't been able to be able to capitalize on that. Jinx on the Mei, Darth on the Diva, Hungry Hippo picking up that Ana, and Shadow 415 rounding things out as the main tank anchor on Rhine. All right, here we go. Team not on the payload, working their way up, but spotted out by Arakan, so I'm not quite sure what they aim to do here. They've sort of moved themselves into the corridor. They're not moving the cart. I'm not sure what they hope to get here, as they don't really seem to know where they're going. They're just coming around the side. All right, the Mei bridge, the Mei ice wall bridge, gonna be what they're trying to do, get up onto the high ground where the defense is, but repelled easily as 3 members are picked off before they even cross the bridge fully. Shadow 415 in full retreat, trying to get out of there, but he'll be successful. But chased down by Predator, and he'll start moving the cart. But Predator sits there, says, "Nope, that you're not moving the cart." Scared away with that.
I don't know. It looks like they may have split up the initial defense of Team Insomnia.
Yeah, but they'll be getting back together now, and the cart rounds the corner. Predator coming in with the Pharah over the top. Jinx has switched over to the Widow now to try and contest. Predator's got to get out of there, but Jinx finds the nice headshot into Arakan. That might be all they need to crack open this defense. The Rez over on the side. Shadow 415 tries to stop it, but he's way too late. There's the Nano Brigida. And as you hear the voice line, who's ready to take some punishment? She's running in there. Damn Hanzo finds Predator. But it looks like Shaden Zero might have bitten off more than he can chew. Found in a little bit of a crossfire. The Molten Core Torbjorn turret now from the side of Insomnia. And pretty pistols down Shaden Zero. Says, "Where are you going? This is my area. Go back to spawn." Heartman finds Jinx with the Molten Core turret. And Darth, the only person left on the point here for Team Voltage, is going to fall shortly as Insomnia surround him and gobble him up.
They did get the payload moved just a little bit, but it looks like they just didn't have enough to get everything moving there, especially with the turret going off crazy over here.
Jinx rounds the corner, takes the Widow duel, and loses. Predator pops one through Jinx's skull, and with no mercy on the side of or Voltage, they're gonna have to wait here.
Just what they
Actually, they're gonna continue to push forward, take a little bit of ground, but they're not gonna be able to push fully until Jinx gets back. There we go. Jinx is back now, pops the walls, and now Voltage knows exactly where Insomnia are, but they're sitting nice and tight behind their little shield, and that's going to be tough to crack open. The bunker composition, as it's well known as, is just going to be rather tough to crack. There's the supercharger here for the side of Insomnia, as well as the Dragon Blade. 1 kill already. Make that 2 for Arakan. Is he going to get 3? He's slicing and dicing. Shaden Zero is going to get taken out by the aid of Preston. And the rest of Team Voltage are going to be cleaned up shortly. Shadow 415 managed to pick up Cartman and his way out, but that's going to be about it on the side of Team Voltage. And it's going to get rezzed up anyway.
Just not a lot of movement going on with that payload. They almost can't even make it to it before they get stomped.
Yeah, the turret in a very difficult spot to get to, and if you leave it for long enough, it does quite a bit of damage. Now Predator pops the walls. They know exactly where Voltage is coming from, and that's going to be a huge asset to them as they try and repel this attack. The recall forced out early from Shaden Zero as the rest of Team Voltage move around the side behind the Reinhardt shield. 30 seconds remaining. They need to get to the payload to start getting it moving. But in the meantime, they're going to opt to try and take over this high ground, trying to contest the Torbjorn turret. Oh, that was a huge Symmetra wall. Blocks the hammer down from Shadow 415 and the high nude. And Cartman goes in with the hammer, manages to hammer down damn Hanzo as he's in the throes of casting his ultimate. Can Voltage even get back there to get to the point? Shaden Zero trying to get their touches in time, but taken out by the Symmetra turret and zapped to death. The rest of Voltage soon to follow. And that's a full hold there from Team Insomnia to hold Voltage to only the first checkpoint.
Yeah, brother. They just seemed like whatever they were doing, they couldn't make it past that bunker setup that you're talking about over there with Torb. Just knocking them out with that turret. That turret was definitely what the main game changer in this entire thing.
All right, here we see Cartman going ham with the Molten Core hammer. Picks up 2 and almost gets 3 before finally being taken out, but he did enough. The turret blasting away at them from behind the sim wall. 3-0 is where these teams stand. Insomnia with the clean sweep over Voltage. Best of luck to both teams in the rest of this tournament. GG well played from the side of Voltage. And that's really been it from me. I've been Cactus Puppy, and this has been Maddie Black with me on the desk. Say hello. Or
hey,
goodbye,
guys. Or goodbye. Hey, I'll catch y'all later.
And before we go, just a quick reminder, we are brought to you in part by Terabyte Optics. Gaming glasses, use code Insomnia for 5% off. Acquire clothing. Insomnia jerseys on sale. Use code Insomnia for 5% off. And Humble Bundle, games at a discount for good causes like charity and our own little community. That's been it for me. I've been Cactus Puppy, and this has been Maddie Black, and we will see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in.